good, y'all? It's your boy Need for Sheed coming back on another episode of the 345 podcast. I know it's been a long time. It's been a lot of technical difficulties, scheduling difficulties. There's been a lot going on. We're just trying to get everything together. It's a new year. Happy New Year to everybody. I hope everybody had a happy holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. We into 2026 now. For everybody that made it to the new year, congratulations. It's great to be here. Everybody that we said bye to in 2025. Condolences out to everybody. We know how it goes. And like I said, life keep lifing. So we just want to thank you guys for continuing to, show us love, keep sending us texts and calls and saying, hey, I like what you guys doing. Hey, keep it going. When's the content coming back? We do appreciate all that. Like I said, we sorry for this. We will be on a more of a consistent schedule starting out now. So when you start seeing the videos, you're going to start seeing a lot of one-off videos. With football seasons almost ending, we will be getting into basketball more as well. So the podcast is not stopping just because football season starting. We're going through basketball as well, so we'll have more of those topics. Now in the summer, we're gonna see what's going on. We'll have some trivia and stuff like that to keep it going, so you guys stay in tune. But right now, we are doing predictions for the NFC and the AFC for the wild card weekend. As we are recording this, the Rams and the Panthers are playing right now. So they are playing right now. Before, I'm pretty sure me, Mike, and Sherrod, we all had the Rams winning this game. We had the Rams win this game. I did. I felt like the Rams should have won the first game. The turnovers kept Carolina in the game, and Bryce Young had one of his best games statistically all year against them. But I think Matt Stafford had 2 picks and a fumble, or 3 picks and a fumble. So they almost turned the ball. They turned the ball over 3 or 4 times, and they still almost found a way to win the game. But I think this time we're gonna roll with the Rams beating the Panthers. I think you have the Rams as well, don't you?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And I think Sherrod has the Rams as well. I was like, Panthers, it was a feel-good season for them. They made the playoffs. Not to say, not necessarily too much because their division kind of sucked. But because right now it's, yeah. And honestly, if Atlanta had any type of competent quarterback, Atlanta probably would have won this division this year, to be honest. And because everybody else nosedive. But I think I see a little enough in Bryce Young to where they'll bring him back, but I also see that he's not going to get his extension this year. He's going to have to play out his contract. Bryce Young's probably going to have to play out his contract. He's not going to be like C.J. Stroud, who might get his bag this summer, or who's the other quarterback? I forgot the other quarterback that was in that draft with them, but Stroud is definitely getting his contract this year because if not, him and they probably going to, I wouldn't be surprised if they pay Stroud this year and go on to Will Anderson next year, get him paid next year. But we'll see how that goes. Right now I got the Rams beating the Panthers. Pretty sure you got the Rams beating the Panthers. And I think Sherrod has the Rams beating the Panthers. The second game that's coming on tonight, Packers versus Bears. Who do you have in that one?
Now I want to say it's a toss up, but I want to roll with Chicago. I really just kind of want to see them win, even if I don't think they're ready to. I'm just not so certain about Jordan Love right now. Like I'm not so certain now. He can come out and have a great game, but I just think that with all the injuries and everything, I think that Chicago is just more well built right now to beat them, especially. So I'm a roll with Chicago. I'm not super confident in it, but Caleb has a good game. I believe that defense and that offense can handle it, but it's gonna be a good one. They division rivals now. It's gonna be a good one. So
Chicago is at home, so they're good at home game. Right now, the spread has Green Bay at 2.5 over Chicago. So right now
it's
they're
really
saying like they're a touchdown favorite. They like a touchdown favorite, basically. I understand the Bears are young. The Packers, they have been in the playoffs the last couple of years. They lost in the first round last year, I think, to the Eagles. But
yeah.
he has his playoff win against Dallas and everything. So Jordan Love has some experience. Ben Johnson does have experience for the Bears. He coached at Detroit, and they've been in the playoffs before. Defensively, I'm gonna take the Bears because they're at home.
Mhm.
Defensively, the Packers are better. This would hope that 100% this would have been a different situation if Michael Parsons was playing. I probably would have picked Green Bay. I'm not gonna lie,
That's
probably
what I'm
would have
saying.
picked
Like
Green Bay.
Green Bay healthy. If Green Bay's
If Green
fully
Bay was
healthy, I'm
fully
with you.
healthy,
Like,
I probably would have picked Green Bay. If Green Bay was fully
but they're
healthy, I
not.
don't know Chicago won the division if Green Bay was 100% healthy.
Also,
Um,
also true. Yeah.
but
Like,
yeah.
yeah, I'm
So
not saying that. Them being hurt like that.
So him being hurt, that's one thing. But I'm gonna take the Bears because the thing is the Bears can run the football and the Packers DBs are sweet. I'm sorry, they sweet. They can get got.
Yeah,
They can get got.
yeah. I agree.
Now Caleb has to make the easy throws. That's his
Right.
problem. Is he don't make the easy throws, but he make the
Right.
spectacular throws. Once he makes the
And
easy throws, that's yeah.
I think the game plan will be sound for him. I think they'll make sure that he's put in the best position to make the best plays in the right plays, so and limit
Ball
those
play action.
risky ones.
Run the ball, play
Yeah.
action. That's
I
what
think they'll
Ben
keep it
Johnson's
safe.
gonna do.
I
Because
think they'll
that's
keep it safe and really lean on the defense to kind of wreak some havoc, as opposed to like putting it on Caleb right now. Like that's not really the game plan. I don't think so. So
yeah. So I will. I'm gonna go with the Bears in this one too. We don't know who Sherrod picked on this one, so um, it's a toss up.
yeah,
Some of these I think we know who he's gonna pick. Some of these we really don't. So we'll have his information in there towards the end.
we'll
Uh,
put it up on the screen like here, like whatever Sharp's pick
Yeah.
is, put it up on the
So
screen. So
I'll
you
input something around
know,
here once I get his predictions. Sherrod pick boom, 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 boom,
yeah,
boom. We'll insert something in here.
yeah.
Um, Going into the Sunday games, the 1 o'clock game is the Bills at the Jaguars.
I don't know. I think it's a lot of pressure on Josh Allen to win this year.
It
But I,
is, yeah, but I don't think this is his best team that he's brought in
yeah, I don't think
the playoffs.
team that he can probably do it with, which is such a weird situation to be in. But I mean, I'm not saying I'm betting against them at all, but the Jags seem to be rolling. They
The
seem to
Jags
be
are a
rolling
really
right.
good team. The Jags are a really good
Yeah,
team. I
and
think
but do I have? I don't know with the lack. I mean, they don't have the lack of playoff experience, but you know,
the Jaguars
the,
won 2 playoff games, I think, since Trevor been there.
yeah,
No, they won one. They might have won one.
yeah,
They
yeah,
beat
they
us.
made it. Yeah,
They beat us that
yeah.
year.
But the Bills are playoff
Perennial
tested.
playoff teams. Yeah.
Yeah, over and over. So they have the experience, and they go come ready to play. It's just I don't know if they have the talent.
It's in
Um,
Jacksonville.
and it's in Jacksonville. So I mean, now that to me that favors Jacksonville more than anything. Because if they had to go over to Buffalo and
Buffalo.
play,
Yeah.
then I would, yeah, I wouldn't put that in their favor. But I'm gonna go out on the ledge and pick the Bills because they got all the pressure. Like, so they need to come prepared and ready. Jacksonville don't win. It's just like, yeah. But if Josh Allen don't win and he get eliminated in the wild card, that it's gonna be some. It's gonna be some conversations being had.
And but I
Um,
look at it also as this is like I said, that's why I want to hold off on the conversation a little bit more because I don't feel like this is his best team. I know
no,
everybody's saying there's no Burrow in the playoffs. There's no Lamar in the
yeah,
playoffs. There's no Mahomes in the playoffs. Yes, but they are better, well balanced teams in the playoffs this year. The
I do agree with
the
that.
Broncos is well balanced. The Jaguars are well balanced. The
Mm-hmm.
the Texans, give or take, depending on the day, they couldn't be well
Mm-hmm.
balanced. Depending on the day, they offense still suspect. But who the Steelers are not well balanced. There's no, it's not. The Chargers, we're not well balanced because our offensive line sucks. Um,
Yeah, but the
and
Patriots are,
then
or
and the Patriots
the
really
Patriots are.
not as well balanced as people. Their defense is gettable. You can get their defense. It's
Yeah,
just
but they're
it,
well
yeah,
coached on defense, though. Even though they're not most talented on
yeah, they're
defense,
well
they.
coached, but you can get their. They're gonna make moves next year. They're 100% gonna make moves next year. But
But I mean, Mike Vrabel made their defense at least a net positive this year before being able to get probably some of the personnel that he wanted to get
yeah,
on defense.
yeah.
But they're net positive. And plus, they had to have a cupcake schedule, but I think they'll be able to like show something this off season. I mean, this, what's the name in the playoffs. So this postseason, I mean, so we'll see if they can make some noise. But
Yeah, I'm a because the Jaguars have a good front line, front seven, but the
mm,
strong suit of the Bills is one of their strong suits is the offensive line.
yeah,
It's really
yeah. So
good
it's really going to come down to the defenses and who can stop somebody.
because they're opposite of each other. The Jaguars are great at stopping the run, but they're not good pass defense. And on the
Mm,
Bills, it's reversed. They're a good pass coverage team, but their run defense is not good.
yeah,
So it's really which one of the bad ones can stop the other. Because if the
yeah,
Jaguars can't get home and Josh Allen can sit back there and pick the DBs apart, he gonna kill them. But
yeah,
if the Jaguars can run the ball with ETN, I forgot the other running back. Plus, Trevor Lawrence has been running the ball more lately. The Jaguars could dominate the time of possession and keep the ball away from Josh, which is what you want to do.
right.
Um, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with Buffalo, but I'm not happy about it. But I'm gonna go with
Yeah,
Buffalo because I was like,
I'm with you.
Josh can't lose in the first round.
All right, but to me, they should not win. But they're
Yeah,
not the
I
better
think the
team.
Jaguars
But
are a
he can't.
better overall team.
Right, but
But
he can't
I think
lose.
between Josh and Trevor Lawrence is not close. I'm
Yeah,
taking
yeah,
Josh.
for
I'm
sure.
taking Josh every time. But Trevor Lawrence over this last 6 weeks has shown me a lot over
Right,
the last 6 weeks. He's beaten some really good teams over this last 6 weeks. The Texans, the Broncos, the Chargers, the Chiefs. He's beaten some really good teams over this last month. So I'm gonna take the Bills,
right.
but if the Jaguars win, I'm 100% not surprised. Uh, the
Yeah.
4:30 game, we have the 49ers at the Eagles.
I'm rooting for the Eagles. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm rooting for the Eagles, but they do not deserve to win nothing.
I'm kind
I'm
of
gonna be
rooting,
real.
I'm kind of rooting for the 49ers.
I'm saying the 49ers been scratched and clawed and through injuries all year and still somehow, some way made it to this point.
Yeah,
Um,
they got Philly -6.
and I was gonna say they've gotten healthy at the right time. Uh, so and it's not like Philly has had major issues or like major injuries or anything. It's just like they just not on the same page at all. So they don't deserve to win this or be in this position. It's just they division is the NFC East, but uh I'm still rooting for them to get back. I mean, I kind of want to see another team be able to rival. Uh, Kansas City in terms of being a dynasty and all that. So I kind of want to see them get back to the Super
Yeah,
Bowl and win. Like I kind of want to see that, but they don't deserve to right now. That's for sure. They don't deserve to. Their team is not operating cohesively. They don't have any chemistry. It just seems like they just going through the motions like they did the year before last, before they won the Super Bowl. The other year where they like started like 10-1.
yeah,
Was it 2023?
yeah.
Yeah,
When they
like
won and they fell out the face of
and
the.
they didn't deserve it then when they lost. They lost in the first round then. So like I think this is a similar situation. So we'll see. But um, I'm just always rooting for Hurts and stuff, and want him and the team to succeed. But we'll see. I'm picking them, but that's also like very, very um, close in my opinion. So 49ers though should probably win this game.
Nah, I think what they get Philly -6 is because right now this game is going to be the battle of the weaknesses. So you can have it. It's the battle of the weaknesses right now. So it's basically Philly's offense versus the 49ers defense. Which one is
Yeah,
going to break first? Which one's going to break
yeah,
first? Because Philly's offense has not been on one accord all year, and San Francisco defense is horrible. You can run
yeah.
on them, you can throw on them, you can kind of do whatever you want to against that defense. I mean, so it's really going to be can Jalen Hurts not turn the ball over? Because this year he has turned the ball over. Can they not turn the ball over? And um can San Francisco get any stops? Because if San
Yeah, to
Francisco
me,
can't get any
it's
stops,
uh,
Philly's defense is going to get a stop on San Francisco. Can
yeah,
can San Francisco get any stops on Philly, or at least turn the ball over? That's going to be
right.
like I said, I Jalen Hurts, I'm a fan of. Uh, Vontae Smith, AJ Brown, Barkley. I'm a fan of them. Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis. I think Jalen Carter still doesn't recognize how strong or how great he really is. I think he still doesn't know that yet because he doesn't play like it all the time. He still doesn't know how good he really is. So once he finally taps into that and figures out that he's really a top three, top five defensive tackle in the league, we will see because he made the Pro Bowl this year,
Uh,
which we're gonna talk in another video. He made the Pro Bowl this year, and he was not better than his teammate this year. He was not better than Jordan Davis this year. He was not.
right, I agree.
Same way
I
with
agree, and I'm
yeah,
happy to see the ascension of Jordan Davis into like
he lost weight,
a,
he lost that weight, and
yeah,
he got in the
a
gym.
Pro Bowl player,
Yeah,
right? Because it took a couple years. It took a couple years, but also I think if Philly can just string together, an offensive scheme for a whole game, not a half, I think they can win this game. Like if they can just play good
they
for
had
the
first
whole
half
game,
team. Philly is the first half.
right? Not half, like because if they get up two scores, I don't feel safe with them being like that for another half if they don't do anything in the second half. So like if they can consistently, if they can put up 28 to 30 points, I think in this game, then I think they can get enough stops to stop San Francisco. But I haven't seen them string along that at all. They had spurts and then be otherworldly stagnant in the rest of the game. So
I'm gonna
uh, we'll see.
I'm gonna take a chance. I'm gonna take the 49ers. I think Kyle
Okay,
Shanahan will call a really good game. I'm a C-Mac fan. I'm a big C-Mac fan. So
mm-hmm.
Trent Williams is back. Now, I feel like this totally would be different. The problem with 49ers is it's not so much the injuries, is who they lost. You lost Nick Bosa. You lost Fred Warner.
Yeah,
You lost your two best defensive players.
yeah.
So,
I'm not putting any. I'm putting all the pressure on their defense for them to win this game.
yeah,
Like they gotta get.
yeah, they got to
But
get
it's not like
stopped. But because if Fred
offensive.
Warner and Nick Bosa was playing, I don't even know. Philly might be the
Yeah,
49ers might be the number one seed if Nick Bosa and
right,
Fred Warner was playing. They might be the
right.
number one seed.
But I think Philly's whole philosophy this season has been stay healthy for the playoffs
Yeah,
for this reason. You
just
know what
stay
I mean? I
afloat.
think now
Stay afloat.
yeah. And I think they knew in their division they could do that. You know what I mean? Because of how everybody else in their division was hurt or was very weak in certain places that they knew like, hey, we just streamline this, we can still win this division and get a home game. Philly.
Oh yeah, Philly. Yeah, they division weak. We are weak. Weak
You
sauce.
know what I'm saying? I think so they knew just to stay afloat because they knew that everybody else was gonna sink. So I think they was concerned about winning the division this season, and not worried about being the best team in football this season.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Well, once
So
that offense
um,
can do it, because dude ain't gonna be back next year. I'm sorry, dude, bro, you ain't gonna be back next year. They gonna let you go.
no,
Offense coordinator
yeah,
ain't gonna be back. But
yeah,
most
yeah.
people are gonna pick Philly. I'm gonna take the chance on 49ers, take this one. And if Philly loses this one, I'm not so sure Nick Sirianni come back next year either. We gonna leave that one alone too. I'm not be 100% sure he gonna get because the Super Bowl gives you an extra year or extra 2 years. The Super Bowl gives you that.
I was gonna say I think it's hard to fire a coach after they won the Super Bowl the next year. I think it's hard to, especially if they make the playoffs the next year too. Like I think it's hard to.
Because
I
I think
mean,
if you made
I, I think
if you made the playoffs the previous year, you made the Super Bowl previous year. I was like, at what time? Because they was thinking about firing him during the year anyway. This year, even after.
well, for sure. I think it's like a Mike Malone situation in Denver. He get another three, 2 3
Sirianni was going to
years.
get fired like I said, until he won the Super Bowl. He was going to get fired last year until they won the Super Bowl.
Well, I mean, I know, but I mean that changes some things in terms of
Yeah,
like
I'm saying it's going to get you an extra year.
yeah.
That's what I say. If they don't fire him this year, they might let him coach next year, but they'll fire him next year.
No, I think next year for sure. I think
He
yeah.
might buy
I agree
himself
with you.
one more year, but I'm gonna go
One
with
more year.
the 49ers. You're gonna go with the Eagles. We'll see what Sherrod pick. The last game of that day is the Chargers at the Patriots. That's Sunday night football. They got New England
Okay,
as a
yeah,
3.5 point favorite.
they got to be the Patriots on that one. Like it got to be the Patriots. Like you got the or one of the MVP candidates. You at home, like you had a cupcake schedule for the most part this whole year.
Yep.
Uh, like you got to bring it in this game, or everybody will call y'all fraud. Like so I think, and it's not that I think that the Chargers are the can't win the game. It's just that they also just shouldn't. Yeah, they also just shouldn't. This should be a
First. we're cursed. It is what it is. We cursed because we always
Yeah,
really good. We
like
always get to it just happens to us.
it
Um,
should be a simple game for. It should be a simple game for them.
pick
So
the Chargers.
for the Patriots,
I'm a Chargers fan, so I'm gonna pick the Chargers. But this was
yeah,
probably the best matchup we could have got because New England's inexperienced.
yeah.
We're not fully experienced either, but we've been to the
Plus,
playoffs at least.
I
We've
actually
been to the
be
playoffs
right.
at least.
I think we would have been the best the matchup y'all could have got.
No, I don't because y'all defense line can actually get pressure on us.
True. I mean, I guess because y'all seen it already, y'all beat
New
it.
England doesn't have pass rushers that scare me that can get to us.
That is true.
The
That's true.
Steelers, I don't give a how TJ Watt looked this year. You put him on the field against that offensive line, he gonna kill us. You put Cam Hayward on
Yeah.
that field against that offensive line, they gonna kill us. Highsmith, you put him on the field against us, they gonna kill us. It is what it is. Now,
Yeah.
survive
Honestly,
the
I think people.
Broncos. We beat the
Yeah,
Broncos
yeah,
this year. We almost beat the Texans with that great defensive line as well. But even in those games we almost won, Herbert still got sacked 4 or 5 times in those games. He still got hit. So New England
yeah.
doesn't possess the pass rusher that I believe can get to us, which means he has more time to pass. Now, the flip side of it is I think some of outside of Gonzalez, I don't know if the Patriots DBs can really hold up like that outside of Gonzalez.
Yeah.
So that defense is gettable. The defense to me is kind of like how Chicago defense is. They're
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
they're
yeah.
get
Yeah,
they're decent, but they're gettable. They're decent
yeah,
but gettable. Patriots
yeah.
and Drake May and our strong suit is our defense right now because our offensive line hurt. So our defense, if we can turn the ball over, I feel like we can get New England. I'm gonna pick us, but I'm talking about like I can see this being like a 24-21 ball game, like 24-18. I don't see a lot of crazy things, but long as Justin Herbert cannot go out like he did against the Texans last year. You can't throw 4 picks and get knocked out. You can't because
All
now
right. Or
he
Jack year
he's
before
going
that.
to enter a whole nother. He's going to enter a whole nother quarterback discussion if he has a bad game like that. He's going to enter a whole different one, a different one.
Like to me, it's different if they lose and he ball out. He
Yes,
got 3, 4 touchdowns and ball
and
out,
we
and
just
y'all
lose
still
because
lose.
we just lose. If even
Yeah,
if he
cool.
throws a pick, if he 3 touchdowns, 1 pick, as long as the pick ain't in the third or the fourth quarter, is in like the first half,
Yeah.
and
Or
he's
even if
yeah.
it's desperation at the end of the game to win the game type pick. Like if it's a
And my
desperation, then
defense,
cool.
yeah, if he leaves the field winning the game, I'm
Mm-hmm.
not gonna say nothing. I can't say nothing. He left the
Yeah,
field
that's,
like Lamar against y'all. I can't blame Lamar for that game. He left the field winning.
yeah, he did. He did. He did.
No,
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 yeah,
no.
he got them
I'm
situations.
phrase that. I'm phrase that. Y'all left the field winning.
No,
He drove them down the field
I was gonna say he left the field and put his team in a position to win.
to
That's what
win.
I would think.
I'm not
So
mad.
yeah,
So I can't blame. I don't blame Lamar for none of that loss against
all right,
Pittsburgh.
that wasn't
I
no
don't blame him for none of that.
well,
That was the defense. The defense was horrible. I'm not blaming in special teams. I'm not blaming him for
that's
that.
fair.
So the Chargers. So long as Justin Herbert, because the first one we should have beat the Jacksonville, but in the second half that play calling was so conservative that I just hated that play call. It was so conservative. It was
And that was
just
so trash.
it was so bad. I was like, bro, you can't play to lose. You gotta play to win. You can't just be conservative.
I
You
was
got
gonna say, I don't understand how teams do that. You know, time and time again that don't work. So like, I don't know why people still do that.
keep it going. But it came back to bite, like because people look at it like the Atlanta game. It came back to bite them because they didn't want to run the ball.
Yeah,
They did what they want.
yeah.
They did what they did all year, and they didn't run the ball, which they could have ran the ball, and they didn't. So that's why
But
people was like,
that's
yeah,
what took more time out the clock than anything else.
yeah.
Like,
At least take the let's say at least take the time out the clock. You still trying to pass the ball. We was running the
yeah,
ball. We just couldn't get no first downs.
right.
But I'm gonna take the Chargers. You're gonna take the Patriots. We'll see what Sherrod pick. And the last game of Wild Card Weekend is Monday night. The Texans at the Steelers.
I'm taking my Steelers. And also though, I'm taking my Steelers for another reason too. That like the Texans haven't won a playoff game that they weren't at home.
In a while. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so since they haven't won one at home and they coming to Pittsburgh, I don't know how well they translate. Now, I mean, they to me their team is better than ours, but
And they got Houston as a
uh,
3-point favorite.
right, but them being in the cold in Pittsburgh, I think it's gonna swing some stuff to our favor. I don't I have no clue how the offense is going to act this week, but we've gotten better over the last few weeks. So I feel like we're putting
That's
ourselves in position outside the Cleveland game. We're putting ourselves in position to like actually put up some points, and we can put up some points. Our defense gonna get a stop at some point in time, and
yeah.
turn like. It just depends on when or where all the time. We have bend don't break defense, so it really does depend on when it's gonna come, but it's gonna come. But if we got to worry about putting up, we can't put up no 14 points in this game. We can't put up, we got to put up 21, 24, 28. We got to put up something like that in order to really have a chance to put our defense in a chance to where they can get a stop and not have to worry about like getting on the field, being on the field for too long. So if we can do that, I mean, I think we can win this game. I think it's a closer game out of most of the wild card games than people think it is. I guess because that team is really good. Don't get me wrong, but we played great defenses all year. So D'Amico Ryan's defense, I don't think is. I mean, they're a great defense, but like I don't think we scared them because we see those defenses all year. But I gotta see what CJ gonna do. I mean, but he's played well, but he's also like I said, his 2 wins in the playoffs were at home. So we gotta see what he can do on the road. If he can do something on the road, then hey, I'm rooting for him. Ohio State quarterbacks I root for, but like I don't see it.
Yeah, this game is just gonna come down to whose offense can produce the most, produce the best. Because the Texans got the best defense, but the Steelers has opportunistic defense. The problem with y'all is if you can't get home, y'all DBs are gonna get cooked. That's y'all problem.
Yeah,
If you can't get home, y'all DBs
yeah.
gonna get cooked. They old, they too old, so they gonna get cooked. But if
I
you
agree.
but the problem is the Houston Texans offensive line is not good. So if y'all, that's the problem. So if y'all can get home, then y'all
And
get that.
if we can speed CJ up, and we can speed him up into some decisions he don't want to make, then I think that makes up for it. And also now I think also we get DK back
Yeah.
this week, so I think that helps us a lot on offense. I do not know how we put up the points we put up on the Ravens outside of the fact that they just easy to get got. But
Yeah,
like,
that's why, because they even get got.
yeah, but like, whew, we you see how this last 2 weeks have shown me how much we actually do need DK.
Yeah,
So him
yeah, I
being
had
back, I
Pickens
think
too.
helps.
Yeah, I had Pickens too, but y'all got him rid of him too. But so yeah,
That's neither.
yeah. So and he worked more than money than DK, but that's a different story for another day too. So it was 14-0 against the Panthers already. All right, so yeah, that one might not turn out well.
Right.
I'm gonna take like I said, it really depends on the offenses. I'm gonna take the Texans because I trust their defense a little bit more because y'all offense line is not the best either, and
Yeah, no.
they got two. Will Anderson is the first team All Pro. Daniil Hunter is a second team All Pro. So they got 2 All Pro pass rushers. That's not a good recipe. And you got an All Pro corner. You got your first team All Pro corner in Stingley. So it's
No,
like,
they cope. Nah, don't get me wrong, they cope. But
yeah, nah,
we
but
we,
he
we I
does
think
have to win it on the
we
road. And then you brought Rodgers here for games like this. Go out there
mm-hmm.
and win the game. So I understand.
You know,
The
he's not. He ain't no stranger to cold weather games. So
No, that's why I was like, he just old. Puka got 2 touchdowns. So he got a running and a receiving touchdown. But looking at this, it looks like the Panthers might be going in to score right now. They on the Rams 3 yard line.
so it's third and go, or
It's third and
first
two
and go.
from third and 2 from the Rams 3. So looks like
Oh,
they
okay.
going in for that. They going in for that score. But like I said, everybody, we have come up with ours, and like I said, I'm going with the Rams, the Bears, the Chargers, the Bills, the 49ers, and the Texans. And Mike is going with the Rams, the Bears, the Patriots, the Bills, the Eagles, and the Steelers. And like I said, we'll push Rise in at the end of this video. So you guys comment below, who do you think will win these games? Do you guys agree with us? Do you guys disagree with us? Who do you got win wild card weekend? We did see the college football games of the past couple of days. Really good game between Miami and Ole Miss. Um, Indiana put belt BTA to Oregon. It wasn't even close. That one was not close. But Miami held off and beat Ole Miss. So we have a Miami and Indiana college football final. If you looked in the history books, if Indiana wins and he says NCAA football champions and it says Indiana, you would think that was a typo. But now they actually are having a really, like I said, a hell of a year. They having a hell of a year this year. We'll talk more about next week because the game is not until the 19th, which is crazy. So we'll have a so we'll talk about that more and go more in depth next year. I mean next year, not next year, next week. We're talking that one more in depth. And
Mike can do a preview. Mike can do a preview video on that, and just maybe the whole season, or
yeah, recap the whole
a
season
reaction.
and then recap the whole season and then we'll look at that game. Miami gets a home game because the national championship is in Miami. So Miami gets a home game basically for the national championship.
But I
So
think they said that they the visiting team though, so like they
it
won't
don't
get their
matter.
own.
It don't matter. It's in Miami.
Yeah, I'm saying not to be in your own home locker room though as well though, like in your own stadium.
Yeah. But I was like, bro, it's gonna be full of green and orange. So it don't matter. It don't matter what
Yeah,
locker room I in. It's a home
nah,
game.
it could be a home game. It could be a home game.
Yeah.
Yeah. They
So
be away team home game.
yeah. So thank you guys
Yeah.
for tuning in to another episode of the 345 podcast. We want to thank you guys. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Please and thank you. And we will see you guys again next week on another episode of the 345 podcast.